Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in today's video, I'm actually going to share what I actually shared yesterday. If you can see, this was on gold. This was a setup I shared on gold yesterday, and it was before TP was hit, I think. Yeah. So what I did was I marked out the this is the daily fair value gap, and this is also the daily fair value gap. But this, if you can see, price on the like yesterday's price, yesterday but one, yeah, that was yesterday but one. Price didn't actually close below this, and if you can see, for the past 4 days, price was closing below each other, if you can see that. So me, on looking at that, I marked out these inefficiencies, also the inefficiencies on the 1 hour and 4 hour, plus the demand zones and supply zones. That's what I do if you watch most of my videos. So what I did, I went on the 1 hour's time frame, but before doing that, I had marked out the previous day's high and the previous day's low, as you can see. So after that, I scaled into the 1 hour time frame, marked out the if you can see, this is like the 1 hour fair value gap on the 1 hour, and price was making something like trend line liquidity. If you can see, this is trend line liquidity below. This actually triggered me. If you can see, just inside this fair value gap, there's a high that had closed, like there's a high, and me, I consider that to be a high probability fair value gap. So, and in that same fair value gap, if you can see, there's like a failed what? Order block. This is like a failed order block. You understand? So that's, I also considered that. Then what I did, I also came and checked on the market structure. This was bullish, this was bearish. Then it shifted and turned into a bullish structure. Then market turned bearish. So all I had to do was to look for sell setups. Reason being, if you look at the daily time frame, price on the previous days has been closing below each other, you understand? But that doesn't refuse it to pull back up to this fair value gap, or even this fair value gap, or this order block right here. So anything is possible with price. So if you look at the 1 hour still, so what I did when price actually came to this fair value gap, what I did, I moved on to the 5 minutes time frame. If you can see, I moved on to the 5 minutes time frame. Price was forming higher highs and higher lows, as if you can see, higher highs and higher lows. So I looked at the last high that price had printed. If you can see, high, low, high, low. You understand? So price broke that high rather low, and that's where I entered from. Then my target was actually this this low right here. So that's how I was able to get some profits from this trade. And I also have other pairs that I'm actually looking at, like Euro USD. I'm expecting price. It didn't respect my previous demands on this zone, but looking at it, it was just like liquidity resting below, just like how you can see price from this type of, like, this is like liquidity here, you understand? And I'm expecting price to actually respect this zone right here. This is like a demand zone. Reason being, it has taken out liquidity below this low and this low too, if you can see. So I don't expect price to close below this. If price fails and closes below this, then I'll shift to bearish because I will have no other options. So I'll wait for market to come and pull back up to this zone, then I'll take sales. Or else, if it forms a strong pullback in during this movement that is coming to this order block, then I'll take the sales from there. You understand? So another pair that was on US 30, and this was actually a very nice trade. If you can see, it's still moving. I actually took the trade from this order block. Sorry about that. If you can see, price came, and I'm actually targeting this, what, this liquidity resting above here, and also this high, because we are mainly, like, our main bias is bullish. You understand? We are now bullish. Market shifted structure some time back, unless if market decides to break this low right here, then we shall be bearish up to this, I think this low right here. Yeah, so you can sell US 30 if it breaks this, so you sell it up to this low right here. Then another pair was USD card. If you remember the video I posted yesterday, if you watched it, then you can see that market, I was actually expecting market to come back up to this order. This is like a daily order block, if you can see, but I don't expect market to respect it because market is strongly pushing to the upper side. So what I would do would actually mark out my previous day's high and my previous day's low, look for buy entries. If market comes back, pulls back to this level, then I'll look for buy entries targeting this high right here. This is like, these are actually like equal highs, you understand? These ones right here. So you target these highs right here, you buy, but you wait market for pull back inside this. This is like a Wednesday candle, so you wait for it to come, pull back. You look for sorry, let me first clear everything out. So this is on the daily. So as you can see, our Thursday candle is already forming, but price has been pushing to the upper side. And if you can see, this is like a, should I call it a breaker, a failed order block? So you can mark it out in case market pulls back. There's a chance of it coming up to this level right here. This is a daily fair value gap. By the way, these daily fair value gaps are more stronger than these usual fair value gaps, like on the 1 hour, 4 hour, 15 minute. Price respects them a lot. So you could wait for that. If price comes back up to this level, there's a rejection, you just look for buying opportunities targeting this high right here, the other highs. So what I would do, I would just mark out this previous day's high and then mark out the previous day's low, move on to the 4 hours time frame. So this is like an order block right here. There's an order block. So mark out this order block right here. Order block, because if you can see, this fair value gap was already taken out. It was price that touched it, somehow touched it. Or you move on to the 1 hour to get like better entries. So price book structure. Price book structure, but if you can see, it's leaving a lot of there's an inefficiency here and inefficiency here. So this is actually a valid zone. You can, if you're doing zone refinement, and you just leave it like that. But me, I like it like that. Understand? So I'm expecting this is actually a full day from here up to this level right here. So what I would love to see is market come back like this level, then buy up to that point. You understand? So on ADUSD, actually, I've not yet analyzed it. Just looking at it, waiting for price to come to it has actually been a while since I last traded AUD but it was a nice pair. As you can see, market structure is kind of bearish. You understand? But right now, what I would look for is selling opportunities. Reason being, if you can see, market actually broke this low and closed below it. You understand? So I would look for let's first mark out our daily. This is the daily FVG, if you know, and that is like the daily order block. It actually swept the liquidity above this high. There was a liquidity sweep above that high. So what I would expect is market to come back, you know, up to that level. But we're on the daily. So if you want to actually trade tomorrow, you can look for opportunities by using the same approach, but it doesn't work every time, though it works. So what you do is mark out the previous day's low, and then the high. Then you're going to look for entries inside that. If you can see, so this is like a demand zone. So you should not fear if price comes, but if price comes back, and there's a rejection on the 4 hour, you can actually look for entries targeting this low. There's no problem with that, because if you can see, this fair value gap is now invalid. If you want a perfect entry, you wait for price to come back, take out this high and close below. So if it closes below, expect price to come and take out this day's low. So that's why you can actually come in for sales targeting this low, and if you're good at holding, you take it up to this zone right here. But so that is it, guys, for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more.